Hey. Hello, excited today. Friday evening is my second live of the day. I guess I just wanted to write a second one. A lot of things on my mind, and I want to make these videos primarily for my YouTube crowd, although my Facebook people, cool, if you get some benefit too. But I want to remain consistent on YouTube, and this is good information for just what I'm thinking, which I'm sure you guys will resonate with in this message of divine masculinity. Which we are all divine masculine and feminines inside us. We have half and half of both. This is true. But just my thoughts on competition with the self, competition with other people, why ego's okay to live in duality, and why testosterone is actually the reason that drives us men to do all these things. So yeah, to clarify, men and women, we all have half and half, a left brain feminine, right brain female. So kind of we are all divine in terms of kind of balanced. So, we are kind of balanced in terms of, we'll experience Kundalini awakenings when we're completely aligned with our masculine and feminine energies. There's a certain truth to that. There's a certain truth to the androgynous aspect of, I might be a man with a penis, but actually I should be half and half female and man. There's kind of a truth. And when I do realign my feminine and masculine, so I'm not just 90% masculine, 10% feminine, when I realign that stuff, I become more awake and more powerful and more open. So that's a truth for sure. But then it gets more complicated because, let's be honest, we also are living in duality. Know that, I have a willy and guys have a willy, and guys create babies in a different way to women. And in a duality-based system, even though beyond that the soul is androgynous and we are all one and there is no duality, actually we've manifested ourselves at this time. We find ourselves in this avatar game, in this experience, in this dimension, kind of like a duality-based existence of yin and yang, of opposites, of up and down, of breathing in and out, of life and death, of sun and moon, of and the opposite of the masculine and the feminine. And divine masculine has a different personality core than a divine feminine. They complement each other. They're not exactly the same. They complement the weaknesses. The weaknesses of the feminine are complemented and allowed to be by the strengths of the masculine. The weaknesses of the masculine are allowed to be by the strengths of the feminine. They complement each other to make even more of a whole. So, whilst I do admit that, we are all one, and I should be happy to learn to be by yourself, to love yourself, to really rebalance your brain hemispheres so you're perfectly in harmony, 50% masculine, feminine. There's also a certain aspect of the physical duality meat suit where we live, where, for one example, the divine masculine has at its core, the divine masculine is me and the men, all men. What motivates us is a little different, and we act differently in duality than women. Right, a great work to look into in this stuff that I believe and resonate with my own life experiences in the book is David Dada's work, Way of the Superior Man. That's such a hardcore Bible, not just for men, even though it sounds polarizing, The Way of the Superior Man, doesn't it? It sounds completely polarizing. Trust me, if you haven't read that book, if you have, cool, reread it again. It's one of those. You'll get it. And if you haven't, wow, check it out, David Dada's Way of the Superman, because we are here in doing different things. And one example of the psychology of men and women being different is the fact that women have more estrogen than men, like 4-to-1 ratio, something like that. They have testosterone too, but they have 4 times more estrogen or something than men, and men have more testosterone than women, which leads me to my point nicely on competition and ego, and why it's okay to have an ego. It's okay to have an ego, to leave a legacy, to want to help a lot of people, to raise your vibration for the great good of all, to be selfish so that you can be selfless, to really make an impact on the world. Trying my best here, always work on myself. It's okay as a man. I mean, women have that too, and it's okay, but I think the divine masculine this is just my theory, maybe it's not, man is more competitive by nature because of testosterone. We have more testosterone. A requirement of more testosterone than women. This is not just testosterone that's essential for muscles and for greater muscles, although it does that. It does increase your insulin sensitivity, it allows your muscles to grow, it allows you to be lean. But more importantly, testosterone is your happiness hormone, absolutely key to happiness. It's your health hormone, absolutely key to your health, not just your muscles, key to your heart health, key to your brain health, key to your feeling amazing and happy. Testosterone, and also it's a success hormone. High testosterone drives success in a loop. When you have high testosterone as a divine masculine, you are encouraged and motivated supremely to keep pushing yourself to become the best version of yourself in this ego-driven world of competition. So it's okay as a man, and I think it's divine masculine's nature to be, look, there's an angle where we always, even myself, I want to be competitive with myself primarily. That's my goal. I love being competitive majority of the time with myself. However, in a very cool, awesome, motivating way, I stand on the shoulders of greatness and whether people in my past, and even some people on my Facebook and in real life too, I don't get jealous, I get inspired by other people, men and women. And what that does is it brings out my competitive access, my ego. But this is not ego from the darkness. This is ego from, cool, here's people I can admire, other men doing it, other women doing it, that is going to motivate me to become the better version of myself. So I get competitive in a good way. Now, what does that do? I reckon that the divine masculine is always competitive. Yes, primarily with himself, but also with other people. And that's cool because competition with other people in a good way drives testosterone levels. When a man succeeds, whether over himself, if you get better day by day, you're definitely testosterone will go up, but also, mine are like this, even in competition and sports, say, so people that play professional sports, when you beat another guy, what's that going to happen compared to the loser? You know, some people get butt hurt, some guys, but we'll find that one of the reasons why people love competitive sports so much, it's not even the they think it's the validation, the money, the admiration, the mastery. It's the mastery for sure. It's also the testosterone levels. When a man wins, whether that be against himself and especially other people in a good way, it boosts your testosterone. And when your testosterone is boosted as a man, like I said, your success goes up, your health goes up, your happiness goes up, your vibration. With the more testosterone in your body as a man, the more your vibration raises, the more you can give out. So therefore, there's nothing wrong with a divine masculine competing against other people. It's absolutely nothing wrong with it in a good, healthy way to become the best version. You work as one team. You don't compete like a sport to like hate people and think, I'm the best, I'm the shit, fuck you. It's more like, cool, that's inspiring. I want to be good like you can do it. I'm going to try and beat you in a competitive way. And that's going to boost my testosterone and give me high testosterone levels too. Because in the world of duality, in sports and shit, and guys in a club competing for women, and, you know, all that shit, what happens to the guy that loses? Their testosterone, their state and their mood, testosterone goes down. The guy that wins and gets the girl in the movies, the girl in real life at the bar, the guy that succeeds in, you know, in business and whatever, in a competitive way or not, he gets more testosterone. And testosterone is the key, because that high testosterone brings out the divine masculine. Low testosterone is like a divine masculine corrupted. He's no longer divine. Low testosterone equals, lower the tone there, a lot of men, everyone's got a soul and everyone's true nature is all powerful, but I mean, as per the program with the Matrix, a lot of men have low testosterone, low health protocols and low testosterone, therefore most men are not divine masculine. You can't act as a true divine masculine and compliment a female or even just be happy by yourself if you have low testosterone. And that's where the competition aspect with yourself constantly, plus other people using them for motivation too, occasionally is fucking cool, comes into it. And that's why it's okay to be competitive. And I can certainly relate to being competitive with people on Facebook in my real life, in my real world. Does it predominate my mind? No. Do I use it to serve my higher purpose? Yes. Do I want to collaborate with people, even though I'm competitive with them at the same time? Yes, for sure. Because the more I raise my vibration, the more I can help the people that I'm in friendly collaboration competition with, the more we can rise together. The more I rise, the more it benefits everyone around me, the people I compete with, the people that follow me, the people I learn from, everything. See how it all raises vibration. The divine masculine core is high testosterone, which is a bit different to the feminine. Divine feminine core is more flowy, present. Read David Data, Waves Supreme. She's more present. She can teach the man flow, energies, and being free and allowed to wander, but she can only do that in a relationship too, when the divine masculine is that rock and that steady force of energy with high testosterone and very high vibration, that is comfortable in his own skin and knows himself and is on a mission. A man on a mission. Wow. A man on a mission, man. Nothing beats it. Trust, yeah. A man on a mission, and I'd say a man that's on the up, even if he's really low, is fucking sexy too, compared to, even if he's really low, or even just quite low, but you can tell, because you can pick up on people when they're on a mission. You can tell the strength of someone. Some of us have got it. In fact, most of my friends on Facebook, Kelly, you got it. I've seen you commenting. A lot of guys that I look up to, most of my guys friends, we're on divine masculine core mission, and it's okay. That's my point. We live in duality. You know, it's all right to say New Age spirituality, one love, and yes, take psychedelics and realize we are all one, but that can never predominate our lives. That feeling is always going to be temporary. Yeah, it's okay to realize the true nature, but we live in duality, and it's okay to be competitive because ultimately, you know, this competition is for the high good of everyone as you raise your vibration energy. That's all I wanted to say, really. Oh yeah, where's Superman Order back? Kelly, I wonder if that's his voice. I never heard David Data's voice, but that book is the Holy Bible for men. It will never change. I read it years ago, 2012 now, first time, and it didn't make any sense at all. And then I read it 2 years ago, and it made complete sense from no sense. And now I read it consistent. I want to read it every year. It's one of those books that you should be reading to understand. Any man or woman in a relationship, single, it doesn't resonate with it, I worry a little bit because you don't get it. And you're not living your divine masculine truth and your divine feminine truth. Because that book's not just for divine masculine, that's for divine feminine. To understand why you're attracted to men in relationships and why men are attracted to the divine feminine. And, you know, how to set yourself apart. It's not even a guide how to set you apart, it's how to be the divine that you fucking are. And it's like, you'll relate that with your experiences of divinity. And I fucking love the study. By the way, I don't consider myself at all. I'm a work in progress, a major work in progress, but I do love my life and I do love where I'm headed and where I'm going to be. And I also love my moment right now, like how far I've come. Acknowledgement and gratitude for how you've come is key. Some people get lost and we forget how far we've come because we feel like, oh, I've been like this forever. But actually, if you go back 5-10 years ago, look at your old photos, you know, some of us, all of us, when we look at old photos, we've actually come a long way. And we forget because we're surrounded by people that just think we've always been like this. People that didn't know us 10 years ago or just have rolled with us as we change slowly. So we forget it's nice. It's one of the keys to happiness for us as well is gratitude for everything, but especially how far have you come? Remind yourself. Post up on Facebook old photos of yourself, like what old shit used to do. Ask your school friends what it used to be like. Share stories and realize how far your brain has changed. How far it's not physical health, emotional health. How far you changed. How far your mindset, where you're headed. You know, these awakenings that most of us have had. They're pretty fucking crazy and substantial. We could have been normal, boring, undivine masculine and feminines with true core souls, but fucking boring as fuck. Addicted to talking small with zero impact on the world and, you know, cognitive dissonance and blah de blah. We could have done that path. I could have done that path too, but man, I'm glad I'm here. That's crazy, huh? Chris, man, good speaking to you yesterday, bro. Yeah, no, you're the legend, man. You're the legend. I loved meeting you that day, and I didn't realise till we spoke yesterday quite the depth of your awakening, so it's very awesome to hear, and definitely would chat on the Zoom too. Okay, that's really doing a positive energy may wind up producing estrogen. Yes, I think so. And by the way, women, you know, good point. And by the way, I know women need testosterone too, and I think women lack testosterone actually. So they don't need as much as men. But I think one of their problems, I've heard stories in Dave Asprey's book. Dave Asprey's a great guy to look into. His new book, Superhuman, he talks about women applying testosterone cream. That's a really good way to take testosterone. I mean, if you're into supplements and shit. But what he says is one trick is for women to put testosterone cream on their vagina or some part of their female anatomy, somewhere down there, the genitals, I can't remember which part. And apparently that really boosts the libido for women. So yeah, there's something powerful to testosterone, not just boosting male sex drive and all the amazing things to do with testosterone, but also for women too. Although women can obviously go over the top, they don't need as much, so you've got to be careful if you're taking these supplements. But definitely, yeah, women having low testosterone and low estrogen, I think, would be undivine. And I think a lot of that would be makeup, not intermittent fast, just basic shit they're not doing that's really simple. Intermittent fasting, eating too many foods, makeup heavily, wearing high heels all the time, destroying the spine, just the general shit that women do, and men too, just in different ways. And men destroy testosterone by masturbating too much. Men destroy it by never seeing that in their witty into the sunshine. By the way, women should do that too. Both sexes should, to increase testosterone and estrogen levels, vis-a-vis, should also, if you're really geeky, definitely do aged urine on your genitals. Massage it in. Doesn't even smell if you do a little bit. Do it daily. Holy shit, what a game changer. What a fucking game changer. Holy shit, that one's a game changer. Or even distilled water, super uber structured, like I'm doing with the red light therapy. Massage that on your genital area, men and women. Wow. Yeah, anyway, cheers, man. Yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks, and I hope you got some value of it. Just to sum up a little bit, Competition is okay. It's what a natural drive. We are androgynous at core. We are soul. Yes, I'm 50% masculine and feminine, but at the same time, in the physical meat suit, in this experience in duality, and I have more testosterone than a lady, and that's my design. I should have way more. Now, of course, if I'm an undivine masculine, I don't have as much as I should. So men do have more testosterone. When we have more testosterone, testosterone in our system as a healthy person looking after themselves, high vibration, it makes us more competitive. And it's okay to compete with people in a good way to get yourself to the best version of you. We're not talking about competing with people to say, hey, fuck you, you little runt, and keep them low. I'm not talking about competition to keep somebody down. That's what beta males and fucking losers do. They do that shit. They'll do it to feel better because they don't even love themselves. Yeah, I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about pure shit where you're competing friendly way with people that inspire you to better yourself, and testosterone does that. It makes you competitive, and it's okay to be competitive. It's part of the masculine nature. Now, I'm not saying women aren't competitive too, but it's more because of the testosterone height. It's more of a masculine thing, and that's okay. Men are here to get, in my opinion, David Data would agree and be proud of what I'm saying here, men are here to get, so women, but especially men are here to get shit done, to leave a fucking legacy, to become the best, and women too, especially men. Men are here to become the best version of themselves. Men are here to create a safe space for women to flow and vibe. They can only do that with confidence coming from knowing thyself and working on thyself and having an impact on the world. Be a high value guy. You've got an opportunity. How do you get high value? Work on yourself. Don't fucking lie to yourself. Take responsibility. Leave a legacy. Think about your future. Have short-term, mid-term, long-term goals. Don't stay stagnant. Yeah, that's what undivine people do. They stay stagnant and get worse over time. Worse in physical health. Worse in lying to themselves. Worse in cognitive dissonance. They can't hack the realities of life. They won't go there before they make a choice to stay unawake, and the cost is at the divine masculine core, and they leave it to people like us to do the good work and to raise vibrations. It makes harder work for us, but it's more fun too. And by the way, it's very easy to stand out as a divine feminine and masculine in today's society because so few people are. Yes, all of us on Facebook, we're a little odd. We're not the masses. If we walk the streets, you can almost guarantee that most of them are not the best version of themselves and working on themselves in a conscious way, and most of them unconsciously aren't either, because the matrix ain't set up for you to become the best version of yourself unconsciously. Very few people are becoming better unconsciously because the matrix does not work like that. So therefore, the only ones really that are becoming divine are the ones that are conscious, have been woken up, which is not an accident. It's been deliberate policy for you, probably soul contracts and shit, but that's another story. So yeah, wow, I could talk about this forever. I hope I wasn't boring you guys too much, and I shouldn't have made 2 today, but I feel passionate about that, and I just wanted to clarify my thoughts at this stage of my journey, which might change as I get more confident, and maybe I'll tone this down, and maybe this message will become irrelevant, but I don't care, because this is just who I am right now. And yes, competition is okay. I use it, especially on myself. I'm very competitive with my mood and my state, but guess what? I'm also learning, copying other people for the betterment of myself, and being competitive with other people, and I don't hate them. I love them, and I'm inspired by them. And I will become them. The people I have, you have people, if in one crude way of looking at it, you have in certain aspects people below you that can learn from you. Everyone's got beautiful and got gifts and mastery you can learn from. You've got people below you, you've got people on your level and people above you. Same applies to me. You know, people look up to me. Cool, I can learn from you even though you look up to me. I've got people on my level that are doing the same shit, and then I've got people above me that I can learn from. But as we keep rising, we're constantly changing our sphere and social dynamics of where we are. Am I, at this table? And as a man, it's high priority. You become... As a man, this is another thing, David, proud of me. You've got to, you are born, you're not as born with value, in my opinion, as a woman. Women have inherent value from birth. Men have to earn it. That's my opinion. Men have to earn it. And that's okay, because that's what makes the hero's journey of the masculine worthy. I've had to earn it. And that's what makes me fucking proud. You have to earn that shit. And when you earn that shit, you learn a shit ton of lessons. And that's the true mastery, learning shit. If you're given the silver spoon, you won't have earned it. You won't be grateful for it. You'll be like the rich, spoiled kid who just can't be happy. Now you've earned it, you can be happy and become the best version, happiest, healthiest version of yourself. So yeah, that's it. Thanks. I'm glad. I could hear myself on speaking. I'm really happy with how this came out, this one. And I appreciate you guys for watching with me today. And thanks for commenting, Chris, Leona, and Kelly. And have a beautiful, blessed day. I hope you resonate. And I'll put this on my YouTube. If you're not on my YouTube, please subscribe. It's Holistic Health with Harry. And I'm still posting a lot daily. I really want to use YouTube a lot more. I'm never going to stop posting on that. I just want to help. I want to keep growing that channel and help as many people as possible with my limited, and I mean that, limited knowledge, but on select things. And it'll be interesting for me too, as I grow, to see myself evolve in and how I deliver, but my consciousness and what I'm saying, because what I'm saying now might not be relevant in the next few years, but it's definitely my truth now, and hopefully some of you can resonate. If not, take everything with a pinch of salt, and if it doesn't resonate, cool. Yeah, just don't block me, because people are like, don't resonate with this guy, fucking weird, block me. No, I don't care. So you do what you want. All right, peace and love. Take it easy.